right, welcome everyone. I'll call this Ways and Means Committee meeting to order at 6:01 PM. This meeting is being recorded by the Ways and Means Committee. If other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time. And it looks like no one is, so I'll do a roll call of members. Councilor Bottomley, that's me, I'm present. Councilor Toronzo. Councilor Master Totaro.
Yeah.
Councilor Brown. Councilor Perry.
Here.
Approval of minutes from July 15th, 2025.
So move.
Second on that?
Second.
Great, all in favor?
Aye.
We'll move on to public comment. Is anyone online that'd like to do public comment? I guess no public comment tonight, so we'll move right on to motions. The first one is, let me find this. I'll read this motion. Oh, welcome. Brown has arrived. Welcome. The city council moved that it be ordered, the city revoke the revenue dedication of Massachusetts State Subdivision for statewide opioid settlement funds to the special purpose opioid settlement stabilization fund established under MGL Chapter 40. Is that section 5B, local option paragraph? This is in accordance with MGL 44, section 53, clause 4, which now allows for establishment of a special revenue fund, which allows funds to be expended without further appropriation. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
And I guess we'll open this up for discussion.
Seems to me that this is, makes things a lot easier. So I am all for it.
Yeah, I think the purpose is to be able to expend these funds.
Yeah.
And the committee is all set. So that we would no longer need to do appropriations that would come to us. So it seems like that makes sense. This money that's sitting there could actually be spent. Yes, Mary?
We had our first meeting yesterday of that opioid group, opioid settlement group. And there have been 3 deaths that we will be helping to, that, we've approved to pay for. So this will be very helpful to the city and for folks who need this if it's made simpler so that they can access it quickly. So I think Sarah Ahern from the group may be speaking on that tomorrow night, but I just want to mention that.
Thank you.
Great. Any other comments on that?
No.
Do we vote to all in favor?
Aye.
That's a unanimous positive. Moving on to revenue accounts creation for parking. Here we go. FY 26-024, the city council moved that it be ordered that the city council approves the establishment of accounts for revenue and expenses associated with the newly created downtown parking benefit district, majority vote required. And a second on that?
Second.
And open up for discussion on this.
Well, I believe we already talked about this at EDC and it's a great idea. I think we should just go ahead and do it. I mean, the uses are for basically to keep help upkeep Main Street downtown, and so that money to be used for that. So
Yeah.
I'm not had a question to EDC. I mean,
Right, yeah, I feel like the discussion all happened in that committee and this is just finishing, the finishing touches. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous. And now we'll work on the former bill here, the fiscal year 26-025. Upon recommendation of Mayor Disorder, move that it be ordered that the city council authorizes the payment of a fiscal year 2024 poll worker salary in the amount of $453.75 from fiscal year 2026 election temporary wages accounts number 010016200522, majority vote required.
Second.
And I talked with Kathy Scott about this, and this was,
Just an oversight, wasn't it?
I think paperwork wasn't
Yeah.
filled out properly or timely, and so it finally got submitted. And so it's just paying this old bill for work already done, so it seems pretty self-explanatory. Any comments?
Just like, is that the general procedure? If there's something from like 2024, 2023, then it has to come back to council? Is that how it usually work?
I would imagine in this case, especially if it's outside of the year that it was budgeted for. If there was, we get these old bills once in a while where something gets missed.
It's too bad there wasn't a mechanism to catch it sooner, that's all.
Right.
You know, you think you'd have a check off by everybody's name who worked that day, and then if paperwork's not in by a month later, you would think you call them, and just so it avoids this sort of stuff, but otherwise, no big deal.
Right, and I'm not sure the whole process of how that works. All in favor? Aye. Another unanimous. And let's see, we have purchase of the van is the last one for today. FY 26-026. The city council moved that it be ordered that the city council approves the purchase of a Rockport utility van for central maintenance in the amount of $90,000 from unused and available capital funding appropriated for the fire department ladder truck, majority vote required.
Second.
Does Joseph want to say anything?
That is probably a great idea. If you would like to
I
tell
had
us about.
hoped, can you hear me? Okay?
Yes,
Not great.
well,
Can everyone hear me all right?
That's
Yes.
better.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm more than happy to field questions. Ultimately, the Rockport van is a mobile shop on wheels platform. I'm sure you've seen examples of this where it's like a box truck, but the rear access door is a manway door. And within you have workbenches, storage for equipment. The department has taken on a number of roles that go far beyond electrical or plumbing or anything of that nature, as far as doing interior design and remodeling, wall construction, returning to our shop space to cut materials and put components together, and then ultimately ferry all this stuff, whether it be piping or doors or construction materials, back to this job site. And so ultimately we feel it would be very prudent for our department to have a shop truck that we can actually bring to the site location.
Any questions?
well, you explained in the request what happens if you don't get it, then it's multiple trips back and forth to the site to bring stuff back and forth. So I understand now that part. When did the central maintenance actually become a separate department? Do you remember offhand?
Probably about a year ago.
About a year.
And this request did go, the request did go before the capital committee.
Yeah.
And had approval of the capital committee, but I would say about a year ago, I held off on that so that we didn't spend everything, which is kind of a good thing with one of the emergency orders that you saw up.
My first reaction when I saw it was, well, man, we spent over $500,000 on vehicles for DPW. I understand it's a different department. And my other first reaction was, well, gee, the fire chief spent so much time trying to save money to the city by, really researching the fire ladder and redoing stuff to cut down the cost. And so we saved that money, but now we're kind of just gonna turn around and spend it. It just seems a little, I don't know, strange to me in a way. That was my gut reaction. I hear everybody, what everybody's saying, but I just wanted to put that out there. Those are my initial reactions when I saw this. So I'm willing to go and listen to what everybody's saying, but I also just felt, I don't know how did the chief say anything to you? Is he aware of this or anything, or the fire chief?
Yeah, the fire chief is definitely aware of this, because it may be that that in the end, some of what is left is repurposed for this use, but with the tariffs going up the way that they are, we're encouraging, everybody, if you have a vehicle purchase in line, and that one, I definitely approved that. We were just holding on to it for a little bit. But they absolutely need that. But yes, his extra money may be repurposed for towards this use as opposed to capital, and that all makes a wash, but we have to get the okay from city council. It's a need that they have.
All right. Question on the ladder truck, if that's okay, or just like, was that already, it's been purchased already and when is that?
We paid the deposit on it. We have all the money ready for it, and it's being built in Canada. So
Okay.
that's what I know with it.
They're not like roll off the assembly line.
No.
They're made to order.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
safer spot.
I'm curious, do you know, did this go through the energy director, Carol Collins? Okay.
But the mayor, you support this, Mayor?
I am actively. I
What was
am
that?
actively coordinating with Carol Collins with regard to vehicle selection. I said I am actively coordinating with Carol Collins
Okay.
for the vehicle selection. Although it isn't, it's above the weight class.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm in favor of this.
I'm all
simply
for it.
because
Did you get that?
With the departments, when they put their
Yes.
needs in, and then it goes through the whole capital process. So I feel like multiple layers approved it.
I think there's a lot of ultimate savings involved. I mean, it makes it easier labor wise on the work site and fewer trips back and forth to the farm, I mean, it's a mobile shop. So makes sense to me.
Same.
Great. So we ready to vote? All those in
Right
favor?
now,
Oh.
we're.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to expand and say that right now we're actively using our bucket trucks to ferry, large equipment like pipe threaders and sawhorses and materials and everything. That's kind of where we're at right now, which just reinforces the need for the vehicle, is that our existing vehicle platform isn't really configured for work like this.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and take a vote. So all those in favor,
Aye.
abstains,
I'll abstain.
against? Let's see, so. That carries. Sorry, my brain is not working.
We know you're tired, John.
I believe
That's that.
that's it for our agenda. I think there's a few first readings on the city council this month that we'll be talking about next month.
Yeah.
But otherwise, but that's it. Quick meeting tonight. So thank you all for being here. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Great. All in favor?
I.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.